Syracuse lost one of the bright lights in our community on Saturday when Van Robinson died at the age of 87. Van was born in the Boogie Down Bronx and served proudly in the US Navy. But from 1968 on, he chose to make his home not in the Bronx, but in Syracuse. And we are very fortunate that he did. He immediately got involved in civic and political life, eventually becoming president of the NAACP. In 1999, he joined the Syracuse Common Council, and in 2009, he was elected to be the first Black president of the Common Council. He served in that role with distinction for 8 years. One of Van's priorities on the council was to advocate for tearing down the Interstate 81 viaduct that bisects the city and serves as a terrible legacy of redlining and a textbook example of the wanton destruction of thriving urban Black communities due to interstate highway construction. I got to know Van through his advocacy on that issue when I came to Syracuse and started studying urban policy. I wish he could have lived to see the project completed, but I-81 is coming down, and he did get to see it started, and I hope he felt proud of the role he played in what will eventually transform our city and region for the better. In my experience, Van was always a soft-spoken gentleman, but he could be fierce when fighting for the causes he believed in. He also was generous in his mentorship and encouragement of younger leaders, including myself, but especially Black leaders in the community. Van's legacy remains in many visible ways. The Common Council chamber in City Hall bears his name. The Pan-African Village at the New York State Fair, which he and his wife, Linda Brown Robinson, founded, is also named for them. His local legacy also includes the work he did on many boards, including the Elmcrest Children's Center, the Red Cross, Meals on Wheels, and the Interreligious Council, which grew into a major force in our community, now called Interfaith Works. Van and Linda had a remarkable, inspiring partnership. Our hearts go out to Linda, who has in her own right been a remarkable force in civic life. I know there are many in this chamber and in state government who knew Van as well, and I expect his funeral on Monday to be widely attended in testament to how much love he inspired all across our state.